Hi, I'm Tika Tiwari. This self-driving Tesla is taking me to a little-known facility about a mile from here. You've got to see what's happening there because that's where engineers are developing a key piece of technology for Elon Musk's new company, xAI. And what's exciting is I found a way to take a stake in this new project. Now, look around me. What you're seeing here with your own eyes is one of the first applications of AI in the real world. And that's because it's artificial intelligence that's driving this car. And Elon developed this long before anyone else even started talking about AI, let alone thinking about AI. It's a big reason why I recommended shares of Tesla in 2019 before it skyrocketed almost 2,500%. And now Elon just announced his version of ChatGPT called xAI. It's a new AI venture I believe will revolutionize the entire industry. And today I can show you how you can profit from this new venture with a simple trade that you can do right from your own brokerage account. I'm confident that anyone who gets in today will have a chance to make massive gains. Friends, we're almost there, so let me get out of the car and show you what's happening inside this AI facility, because I believe this will help trigger the biggest boom in history, giving you a chance to completely transform your financial future. I'm here outside a facility I believe will change the course of AI and make a lot of people rich in the process. Most people have no idea what's going on here because we're about 750 miles away from Silicon Valley. And this facility you see behind me doesn't belong to NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, or any other popular AI company you might have heard of. In fact, it doesn't belong to any of the world's big tech companies. It belongs to a company that's supplying Elon Musk with a key piece of AI technology. And when I say key piece, I mean without this technology, Elon Musk's new AI venture would not be possible. In fact, industry expert Peter Hambury said that this facility marks a big watershed moment for the whole industry. What's happening inside these walls is so important that our government has declared it a matter of national security. And Forbes says that this will define the future of AI. That's why legendary investors on Wall Street are pouring a ridiculous amount of money into the company behind this AI project. Billionaire Ken Griffin, the founder of the largest hedge fund in the world, Citadel, already took a stake. This is the man who made $16 billion in profits last year, the biggest annual windfall in the history of hedge funds. He's now betting big on this project. Famous billionaire Ken Fisher has poured more than $2 billion into this project. Jim Simons is another. He runs Renaissance Technologies, the best performing hedge fund in history. Had you invested $1,000 in his fund, it would have grown to an unbelievable $20 million. Just to give you an idea, that's 200 times better than Warren Buffett, who's considered by many the best investor in the world. And guess what Jim is doing with his money? He has put $294 million into the AI company that owns his facility, and the list goes on and on. Ray Dalio, the founder of the world's second largest hedge fund, Bridgewater Associates, billionaires and hedge fund manager Stanley Druckenmiller, and Stephen Cohen, another billionaire hedge fund manager and owner of the New York Mets. They've all invested in this AI project. Friends, these are the absolute kings of Wall Street. So ask yourself, why are they all betting billions of dollars on the company most people have never heard of? I believe they're doing it because they figured out this project will supply Elon Musk with a key piece of advanced AI technology. So this is a great way to profit from Elon Musk's new venture, xAI. Now, normally an investment like this would be off limits to everyday folks, but today you have a rare chance to take a stake in this project you see behind me. And you can do that right from your brokerage account. Friends, this is your chance to invest right alongside Elon Musk, a man who many consider the Thomas Edison of our generation. Love him or hate him, it's hard to argue that Elon is a genius. The fact is, his past ventures have changed the world and made a lot of people filthy rich. Just think about it. He revolutionized online processing payments when he founded PayPal in the late 90s. Those who got in on the ground floor of PayPal had a chance to turn a small stake into millions. One man, for example, turned $1,664 into $3.8 million in a year. Imagine if that happened to you. Elon also revolutionized space exploration with SpaceX, a company that makes rockets and spacecraft. Anyone who got in on the ground floor had a chance to pocket a whopping 555,000% gain. That turns $1,000 into $5.5 million. Same thing with Tesla when he revolutionized the auto industry. Anyone who bought shares of Tesla at the IPO had a chance to pocket a gain of 35,988%. Do you see the pattern here? That's why I'm so excited about Elon's new xAI venture. I believe he's going to revolutionize the AI industry just like he did in payment processing, space exploration, and autos. And you can come along for the ride with this little-known company I'm going to tell you about in the next 2 minutes. You can buy shares right from your brokerage account, and by doing so, you'll take a stake in this facility that you see behind me, and you're going to invest alongside all the legendary investors I just mentioned. But you're gonna have to act quickly. Elon Musk so far has been very secretive about his suppliers, but he publicly said, and I quote, they will share more information about this project over the next couple of weeks. So if he mentions the name of this supplier in a tweet or during a press conference, there's no telling how high shares can go. The cat will be out of the bag, and I'm afraid you will have missed your chance. So please pay close attention to what I'm about to reveal, because AI is about to change every aspect of your life, your work, your healthcare, your relationship with loved ones, even your retirement. You see, this facility will not only supply Elon, but also produce technology that will power the next wave of AI innovation. That's why I believe what happens inside this facility will impact all AI stocks. Google, Facebook, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Apple, you name all of them. It will also determine who the big winners and big losers of AI are. There's no question this AI boom will mint countless millionaires, just like the internet did. But it will also trigger a wave of bankruptcies like we've never seen before. Companies that fail to adopt this new technology will simply go out of business. According to the consulting firm Accenture, failure to scale AI could put 75% of organizations out of business. So depending on how you act today, this could have a huge impact on your retirement. Because if you're holding the wrong stocks, you could end up losing all of your money. So today I'm going to tell you what stocks to avoid, and more importantly, I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening in this facility behind me and how you can take a stake in it directly from your own brokerage account. And I'll explain why I believe this little-known company behind this facility is the #1 way to play the AI boom. Okay, first let me go inside and I will tell you the full story of everything that's going on behind this company. Like I said before, my name is Tika Tiwari. When I was 20 years old, I became the youngest vice president at Shearson Lehman, which was one of the largest investment banking firms in the United States. After working on Wall Street across 3 separate decades and even running my own hedge fund, I left and joined one of the largest publishers of independent financial research in the world. Today, we publish our ideas to more than 1.3 million everyday folks just like yourself. As a former money manager who lived and profited from the computer revolution, the dot-com boom, and the crypto boom, I can tell you from personal experience that getting on the ground floor of a tech breakthrough, it's the quickest way to build wealth. That's why I started covering artificial intelligence 8 years ago when most people thought it was just science fiction. Take a look at this. In December 2015, when no one was talking about AI, I sent this note to my readers and I predicted, in the same way that the computer defined the latter half of the 20th century, the 21st century will be defined by artificial intelligence. I also recommended shares of NVIDIA and said, I've never found a company that possessed the ability to go up as much as NVIDIA will. It's poised to become the next tech giant because of its pioneering work in the field of artificial intelligence. Earlier this year, NVIDIA crossed the $1 trillion market cap, joining other big tech companies like Microsoft, Google, and Apple. It became a tech giant exactly like I predicted 8 years ago. Today, NVIDIA is arguably the most popular stock in the world, and anyone who listened to me back then and bought shares when I first recommended it had a chance to make as much as
5,246%. That's enough to turn $10,000 into more than $500,000. It's also more than 44 times better than the overall stock market. So NVIDIA is not just beating the market, it's crushing it. And it wasn't even my biggest tech winner. For example, back in 2003, I believe Steve Jobs would revolutionize electronic consumer devices. So when I was on Wall Street, I picked Apple for my private clients when it was trading under $1. Since then, shares of Apple have skyrocketed by as much as 51,426%. which turns $10,000 into more than $5.1 million. Back in 2016, I also predicted the rise of digital currencies and blockchain. Now, this is when most people thought digital currencies were a scam. I put my career on the line and publicly recommended Bitcoin and Ethereum. Take a look at what I wrote back then. I predict Americans are going to carve off a portion of their liquid assets and put them into cryptocurrencies as a form of insurance. They won't put much in at first, but as they see the price starts exploding higher, they will stampede into digital currencies like a herd of elephants bolting through a mouse hole. Most people ridiculed me at that time, and yet that's exactly what happened. And anyone who listened to me and invested just $10,000 had the chance to walk away with more than $1.47 million from that Bitcoin trade. That same month, I made another prediction that seemed even crazier. I wrote, if you missed out on the astronomical gains with Bitcoin, here's your second chance with Ethereum. No one outside of the tech world knows about it. It's still relatively unknown. When Ethereum goes mainstream, I think it'll go higher than Bitcoin. Again, that's exactly what happened. And anyone who listened to me and invested just $10,000, well, they had the chance to walk away with as much as $4.8 million from this Ethereum trade. Now, these are all mind-blowing gains, and they were only possible because my readers had a chance to get in on the ground floor of a breakthrough technology. So if you missed out on all those gains, I don't want you to worry, because you now have a second chance with Elon Musk's new AI venture. Look, at this point, everyone knows that AI will be the technology of this century, and it could be the biggest wealth creator in history. VC billionaire Mark Andreessen thinks AI is quite possibly the most important and best thing our civilization has ever created. This is coming from the legendary venture capitalists who got into Facebook, Twitter, Airbnb, and Coinbase before they all went public. Billionaire Mark Cuban said that the world's first trillionaires are going to come from somebody who masters AI. Warren Buffett has even put more than $175 billion in AI stocks. Think about how crazy that is. That's almost half of all his money. These are some of the best investors on the planet. They're all in because they know AI is a game changer. And now that Elon Musk just launched his own AI venture, you have a rare chance to invest in what just might be the single most important company in this entire AI gold rush. Friends, after months of research, I finally found a company that's supplying Elon with a key piece of technology. And I believe it's that company and its tech that's making this new AI project possible. I'm about to release details on this company. I'm confident anyone who gets in today will have a chance to make massive gains. But again, you'll need to act quickly. You see, now that Elon has publicly and officially launched his AI venture, he could announce at any moment that he has partnered with this company. His team could literally be preparing the press release as we speak. Once they make this announcement, it's going to be too late. Shares could double or more in minutes. And your opportunity, well, it's going to be gone forever. You don't want to miss this opportunity because this type of boom, it's very, very rare. The last time we saw something like this was in the mid-90s with the invention of the internet. In 1995, the first internet browsers came out, Netscape and Windows Explorer, giving everyone with a computer an easy way to surf the internet. That's when internet adoption started going through the roof, and the shares of the companies that were leading the internet revolution skyrocketed. For example, in the short years from 1995 to 2001, Microsoft jumped 899%. Chipmaker Qualcomm jumped 3,281%. And shares of computer maker Dell, well, they skyrocketed 4,794%. But it was not just the big companies. Smaller internet stocks also went bananas, with network testing company Viavi Solutions jumping as high as 15,473%. Shares of QLogic skyrocketed 18,290%, and Veritas Software jumped an incredible 19,230%. Now look, if you missed out on those gains, you now have a second chance with this AI boom, because history, it's repeating itself. This is 1995 all over again, and I'm not the only one saying it. Yahoo Finance says, if the dot-com boom is AI's analog, the boom is just beginning. Time magazine says, AI could be as market-shaking as Microsoft Windows from 1995. And Dan Ives, managing director at Wedbush Securities, well, he says, this is something I call a 1995 moment, parallel with the internet. AI is the fourth industrial revolution. Look, 1995 was a fork in the road for investors. Those who got into the right internet plays, they got rich. Those who didn't, they either lost money or spent the next few decades trying to catch up. Friends, I believe you're now facing a similar fork in the road. Those who get into the right AI plays could make more money than they ever thought possible. Those who ignore this tech or get in the wrong plays could spend the next few decades trying to catch up, and they might never be able to retire. You see, just like internet browsers like Netscape and Explorer triggered the beginning of a massive adoption of the internet and a boom in internet stocks, ChatGPT has just triggered the beginning of a massive adoption of AI and a boom in AI stocks. You see, before ChatGPT, whenever I mentioned AI to people, their eyes would just glaze over because almost no one understood what AI was and what it could do. For most folks, it was like talking about time travel. They thought it was just science fiction, something that would never become a true reality. But ChatGPT changed all of that, just like the first internet browser did in '95. You see, ChatGPT gave everyone the ability to easily interact with AI right from their home computers. So now anyone can see with their own eyes that the AI is generating its own articles, its own answers, and its own ideas. And because of that, AI is absolutely exploding, just like the internet did in '95. But this time, there's one giant difference. AI is getting adopted 42 times faster than the internet. No one has ever seen anything like this before. AI is now the fastest adopted business technology in history. Just to give you an idea, it took Netflix 3.5 years to reach 1 million users. ChatGPT, 5 days. Think about how nuts that is. It's truly a gold rush, much bigger than what we saw with the internet in the mid-90s. That's why Bill Gates predicted that AI will change the world more and faster than his personal computing revolution ever did. And it's not just the speed of adoption. The technology itself is also getting better at a breakneck pace. According to researchers, AI's computational power is doubling every 6 to 10 months. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means that the gains from AI stocks could be even bigger, even faster than what we saw from the internet stocks in the 1990s. That's why Thomas Newbert, an executive at Intel, says AI can be an even bigger opportunity than the internet boom of the late 90s. And the AI boom is already well underway. This year alone, shares of NVIDIA have jumped as high as 231%. Shares of C3.ai, well, they're up as much as 318%. Shares of Symbiotic, they've skyrocketed as high as 427%. Now remember, normally the stock market goes up 10% a year on average, but these AI stocks are already delivering multiples of that. I mean, looking at this last example, anyone who invested $10,000 in that play had the chance to walk away with more than $50,000 in just months. That's how fast things are moving. Now, maybe you're looking at these gains and thinking, is it too late to buy these AI stocks? Well, if you're only looking at these popular hyped up stocks, it might be too late for you to make massive gains. Nvidia was cheap when I recommended it in 2015 before it jumped more than 5,000% higher, but it's not cheap anymore. But here's the good news. Just a few months ago, Elon launched his own AI project called xAI. This is a brand new project, and I found a company that's supplying Elon with a key piece of technology. If I had to guess, I'd say 99% of Americans probably don't even know this company exists. It's flying under the radar, which is why it has tremendous upside potential. In just a moment, I'm going to tell you how you can take a stake right from your brokerage account. But first, I want to give you 3 reasons why I believe this AI stock is the best way to play this boom. So here's reason number 1. It's a way to profit from Elon Musk's new AI venture. Now, as I mentioned before, Elon Musk, look, he's the genius of our generation. So you definitely want to be on his team. And here's why I say that. In 1998, he and his partners had this crazy idea. What if instead of sending checks and money orders via mail, people and businesses could send money to each other through the internet? Now remember, nobody was doing that at the time because digital payments, well, they weren't even a thing. So this was an insane idea, and yet Elon pulled it off with PayPal. Today, PayPal allows individuals and companies to get paid in more than 25 currencies in over 200 countries. It's the highest value digital payment platform in the world and has made its investors filthy rich. A few years after launching PayPal, Elon had another crazy idea: to launch an entirely new automaker that will compete with Ford, GM, Toyota, Mercedes, BMW, and all the auto giants that had been operating for decades. The odds of him pulling that off was so low that he later admitted that starting Tesla was idiocy squared. Today, in terms of market cap, well, Tesla is more valuable than all the next 10 automakers combined. No wonder it has made his investors so filthy rich. And if that wasn't enough, around the same time he launched Tesla, he had another crazy idea. Even though he had zero training in rocket science, he would begin building rockets to compete with NASA. Doesn't that sound nuts to you? Elon started reading textbooks and talking to industry insiders, and that's how he literally taught himself rocket science. After launching SpaceX, he admitted, creating a rocket company has to be one of the dumbest and hardest ways to make money. Nobody thought he'd make it. But today, SpaceX is the sole U.S. provider for crewed missions to the International Space Station. It was also the first company ever to create a reusable rocket, a rocket that goes into orbit and returns back to Earth. Not even NASA was able to figure that out. Bottom line, SpaceX has completely revolutionized the space industry and made its investors filthy rich. I'm telling you all of this because I believe Elon Musk is about to do it all over again with his new AI venture. You see, nobody in the world has more real AI experience than Elon. For years, he's been working on AI to build self-driving Teslas. If you think about it, Elon basically developed a brain that can drive a car, which is a very complex endeavor. All that experience gives him a huge advantage against his competitors. As Elon said, I don't think there's anyone even close to Tesla on solving real-world AI. And it's not just Tesla. In 2011, Elon also became an early investor in DeepMind, an AI company that was later acquired by Google. If it wasn't for DeepMind, Google wouldn't even be in the AI business. Now, in 2015, Elon also co-founded OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT. So he's literally the reason why ChatGPT exists. And now, Elon is launching his own version of ChatGPT called xAI. You see, a few years ago, he left OpenAI because he didn't like the direction the other partners were taking the company. In fact, ChatGPT has been recently criticized for giving a lot of wrong answers and being politically biased. Some have even called it a woke AI. Now, as Elon Musk said, the danger of training AI to be woke, in other words, lie, is deadly. That's why he launched this new AI venture called xAI. He's on a mission to create a better version of ChatGPT. Based on his track record, I believe he will succeed. Elon also built an amazing team of former engineers from DeepMind, OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft. He even hired some of the engineers who developed ChatGPT. I want you to think about that. Engineers who developed ChatGPT are now working for Elon to develop a better version of the chatbot. For that reason, I believe he will win this AI race and make a lot of people rich, just like he did with PayPal, SpaceX, and Tesla. And you can go along for the ride with Elon's supplier. You see, this company produces some of the most important advanced technologies in the world. They're already supplying Elon with a key piece of AI technology that makes self-driving cars possible. And I believe Elon will use that same supplier for this new AI venture. I say that because Elon has almost admitted that in public. When asked about his new venture, xAI, he said, "We are going to work with Tesla on the silicon front and maybe on the AI software front as well." That's why I believe the same company that's supplying Tesla will supply xAI. And you can take a stake in this existing company right from your brokerage account. And I'm going to tell you how in just a moment. First, let me show you the second reason why this is my #1 AI stock. Reason number 2, this company is smaller than NVIDIA, and that means there's more upside potential. Just look at what happened during the 1990s internet boom. The biggest gains didn't come from the most popular stocks and the blue chips. For example, while shares of IBM jumped 591%, shares of the much smaller network testing company, Viavi Solutions, they jumped as high as 15,473%. That's 26 times more money. While shares of Intel jumped 851%, shares of the much smaller company QLogic, well, they skyrocketed 18,290%. That's 21 times more money. And while Microsoft investors had a chance to make 899%, Veritas Software, which was a tiny little known company, gave its investors a chance to make as much as 19,230%. Again, that's 21 times more money. Now look, of course, I can't guarantee you'll make the same kind of massive gains with this AI stock. Nobody can. But that's why I love the fact that this Elon supplier is smaller than NVIDIA. And it's another reason why I recommend you take a stake as soon as possible. I don't believe shares will remain cheap for much longer. Like I showed you earlier, all the legends on Wall Street already took a position. They're literally betting billions on this company. So it's just a matter of time before word starts to circulate. Soon everyone will be talking about this company. In fact, 5 separate Wall Street analysts have just issued an urgent buy rating. That means serious money is about to start flowing into the stock. Time is of the essence here. That's why I'll tell you how to buy shares in just a moment. First, let me tell you one more reason why I believe this is the #1 way to play this AI boom. Reason number 3. This company is building the next generation of AI tech. You see, AI requires a lot of computing power. You can't just use any computer chip to run artificial intelligence. It has to be a special processing unit called GPU. That stands for Graphic Processing Unit. For example, ChatGPT was trained with the help of 10,000 GPUs. Simply put, you cannot have AI without these GPUs. Today, these chips are almost entirely made by one company, NVIDIA. It's estimated that NVIDIA owns 95% of the GPU market. And that's a big reason why shares of NVIDIA have skyrocketed, exactly how I predicted. But here's the thing. This is an incredibly important part I want you to pay special attention to. The most important and widely used AI chip in the world today is NVIDIA's A100 GPU. Well, Elon's supplier is developing an AI chip that's even more powerful than that. It's a hotly anticipated next-gen AI chip that's 25,000 times thinner than a single human hair. And I believe it's that chip that's going to power Elon Musk's new AI venture. Now, according to Forbes, this new chip will inject a shot of adrenaline in the entire industry, and they predict every single AI company will try to get their hands on this chip. Simply put, I believe this chip will take AI to the next level and help power the next wave of innovations. For example, in the near future, we'll have personal robots doing chores around the house and working as our personal assistants. Now, if you think that's just science fiction, check this out. Elon Musk already built humanoid robots, and he recently revealed footage of them walking around Tesla's headquarters and even building new robots. And he predicted that in the future, everyone will want to own one of these Tesla robots. I believe these new chips will power these robots. And that's not all. AI will also revolutionize healthcare. It's already helping us discover new drugs. And I believe soon it will help us find the cures for many diseases, including cancer. I believe AI will also help us develop nuclear fusion, which is a source of unlimited clean energy. AI will make movies, help us educate our children, and drive us around. And all these life-changing technologies will be powered by this new chip. It's why even NVIDIA's CEO has admitted that the future of AI depends on this company that's about to release this next generation chip. Can you see now why I'm pounding the table on this under-the-radar company? They own that facility I showed you earlier. That's where they're going to build this chip. And since this is made in America, you can take a stake in it right from your brokerage account. So how can you get started? Well, I put all the details of this company inside a special report called How to Profit from Elon Musk's New AI Venture. Inside, you'll find the name, the ticker symbol, and my full analysis on why I believe you could make 10 times your money in the long run. And I want to give you access to this report right now because we don't have much time to waste. Like I mentioned before, legendary investors are already pouring billions into this company. Word is starting to spread on Wall Street. Several analysts just issued a buy rating, and Elon Musk could make an official announcement any moment now. Once he lets the entire world know that this little-known company is supplying the technology behind Elon's xAI, it will be too late. Remember, Elon already promised to release details to the public in the coming weeks. That means it could happen at any moment now. You might wake up tomorrow and see this story on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. If that happens, look, I'm sorry, but I believe it will be too late for you. Shares of this company could be trading much higher by then. And your window of opportunity, it'll be closed forever. I'll tell you how to claim this special report in just a moment. First, there's one more AI company I want to tell you about today. You see, one of the most important companies during the 1990s internet boom was Cisco, which was the leader in internet routers and switches. And that meant every person, every business in America that was using the internet had to buy Cisco products and services. That's why Barron's called it the internet's backbone. And it's why shares of Cisco returned an amazing 67,491% in the 1990s alone. That turns $1,000 into more than $670,000. I'm telling you all of this because I believe I found the Cisco of artificial intelligence. It's a company that's essentially building the backbone of the AI industry. And it's 1/10 the size of NVIDIA. If shares rise to the same valuation of NVIDIA, and I believe they can, you could make up to 12 times your money from this company. Again, most people don't even know this company exists, but Wall Street, well, they're all over it. Vanguard Group has invested more than $7.6 billion into this company. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, they've poured more than $7 billion into it. And JP Morgan, they've invested more than $2.2 billion. I believe they're building these massive positions because they know this company will become the backbone of AI. Just like Cisco was the backbone of the internet. Remember, in 2015, I predicted NVIDIA would be the next tech giant. And that's exactly what happened. I now predict this company will become the next AI giant, the next NVIDIA. I put all the details, including my full analysis, the name and ticker symbol, inside another special report. It's called The Next NVIDIA, the company building AI's backbone. I'll tell you how to claim this report in just a moment. First, I want to remind you that AI will also trigger a wave of bankruptcies like we've never seen before. So it's not just about buying the winners. You must avoid the AI losers. And that's why I prepared another bonus report for you with all the details on which stocks to avoid. You see, like I mentioned earlier, artificial intelligence will turn all industries upside down. Yes, it will create unbelievable wealth, but it doesn't mean all companies will win. You see, the companies that fail to adopt AI, well, they're going to perish, just like the companies that failed to adopt the internet. That's why the Financial Times wrote, AI will create more losers than winners. It's already happening. For example, take a look at a company called Fiverr International. It's a web-based platform that connects freelancers like writers and proofreaders with employers. Well, now that AI is going mainstream with ChatGPT, many companies no longer need to hire freelancers. So instead of paying $22 per hour on average, companies can now pay $0 and have the chatbot crank out more content much faster than a freelancer. That's why shares of Fiverr are collapsing. Take a look. It's lost 90% of its value, and the company, it's likely heading towards bankruptcy. There are hundreds and even thousands of other stocks that are exposed to the same risk. In fact, I found 3 very popular stocks that are very vulnerable. And there's a good chance these ticking time bombs are already in your portfolio. So I put all the details inside another special report called 3 AI Losers to Avoid. If you're holding any of these companies, sell them immediately, or you'll risk losing all your money. These 3 special reports I just mentioned are ready for you. So how can you get started? Well, I'd actually like to give you access to all of these reports completely free of charge. But I would like to ask you for something in return. What I ask for you to do is try my monthly research service, the Palm Beach Letter, at 0 risk to you for your subscription. You see, the Palm Beach Letter is my flagship monthly research service where I share some of my very best ideas. And today, I'm inviting you to try it over the next 60 days with 0 risk. So how does the Palm Beach Letter work? Well, the first thing you should know is that we do not accept any advertisers, and we do not take any commissions on anything we recommend. We are beholden to our readers. That means that our business model only works if we show you how to make money. And the way it works is actually very simple. In each issue of the Palm Beach Letter, I'll explain the biggest trends in the markets, select my #1 investment for that month. It could be a stock, an income play, or some other little-known alternative asset I discovered while doing my boots-on-the-ground research. I'll do all the research and just hand you all the information you need to decide if you want to participate. I'll tell you what to buy, how to place the trade, and what price to pay, and how much money I expect you to make. I'm incredibly proud of our performance because since I took over the reins of this publication in 2016, my recommendations have gained, on average, as much as 131%. That's more than 10 times better than the stock market. So you're essentially more than doubling your money every year, which is better than all the best hedge funds out there. And friends, please understand, there's no cherry picking there. That's my actual track record across up markets, down markets, and flat markets. And that's just the average. For example, one of our open positions is up an incredible 20,438%, enough to turn a $1,000 investment into more than $205,000. So if I charged $10,000 for my research, it would be well worth it. But here's the good news for you. I'm not publishing my research to rich institutional investors. I'm publishing it to everyday folks like you. For that reason, it won't cost anywhere near $10,000. We sell subscriptions to the Palm Beach Letter on our website for $199. That's per year, not per month. And it gets even better. I know you probably don't know me yet, so I understand I need to earn your trust first. And for that reason, I'm going to give you a special discount today. But before I give you the details, there's one more special report I'd like to send you today, and it's called the AI Moonshot. You see, according to the consulting firm PwC Global, AI is the largest megatrend of our generation. They estimate it will create $15.7 trillion in new wealth. And because of that, the boom is now spreading beyond the stock market. Billions are starting to flow into a new area of the crypto market, the AI cryptos. These are the tokens that power AI blockchain platforms. In essence, these coins are combining the two biggest technologies of this century, blockchain and artificial intelligence. And I just found an AI coin that's trading for less than 50 cents. I believe it has a lot of potential because it's doing for AI what Google did for the internet. And since it's trading for cents, you don't need to invest a lot to potentially make a lot. Look, over the last few years, I've recommended 27 crypto picks across my publications that jumped by more than 1,000%. And I gave my readers multiple chances to turn a small stake into 6 and even 7-figure payouts. Some of my readers even went on camera to tell their stories. Check out this short 30-second clip.
You've turned our starter egg of $12,000 into $1.2 million. You have sent my entire investing retirement goal into warp speed.
On a $300 investment, turned it into over $200,000.
So from that $10,000 in December of 2017, it had gone up to $330,000. And we were just amazed.
From when I started, I invested about $25,000 and my portfolio is like $2.2 million.
These are everyday folks just like you. That's why I want to send you this bonus report called the AI Moonshot. It has all the details on this AI crypto that's trading for cents. And this report is also yours free the moment you give the Palm Beach letter a try today. Friends, I know I've covered a lot of ground, so let me do a quick recap. Here's everything you get when you accept my invitation. 12 months of my best investment ideas. Every month you'll get a brand new issue of the Palm Beach letter with my latest recommendations and market insights. Bonus number 1, how to profit from Elon Musk's new AI venture. Bonus number 2, the next NVIDIA, the company building AI's backbone. Bonus number 3, 3 AI losers to avoid. And bonus number 4, the AI Moonshot. You also get access to my model portfolio where you can see all of my current open recommendations, buy up to prices and more, and access to my special reports library. This is something I haven't mentioned yet, and you're going to love this because you'll be able to access all the special reports I published. Right now, for example, you'll get instant access to the report called My Number One Stock for the Coming Digital Dollar, the inflation killer with 2,500% upside potential, my number one high-end collectible to crush inflation, and much more. Simply put, instead of the retail price of $199, today you can become a new member of the Palm Beach letter for just $49. That's a $150 discount. That works out to about 13 cents a day, and it will give you full access to everything I've just listed. It also comes with a full money-back guarantee. Simply put, I don't want your money if you're not 100% happy. That's why when you sign up for the Palm Beach letter, I'll give you 60 days to test out the service at no risk to you. And if during that customer satisfaction period, you find that you're not getting information that could change your financial future, or for any reason at all, you can simply call our customer service team based here in the United States and cancel your subscription. We'll give you a full refund, absolutely no questions asked. And we'll let you keep everything you've received as a subscriber at no charge. You can keep all the issues. You can keep all the special reports. You can keep everything. What does that mean? This means that there's no risk to you at all. It's my way of saying thank you for giving the Palm Beach letter a try. So to get started, simply click on the button below. It will take you to a secure order form where you can review everything one last time before you join. Now, a lot of people are surprised when they see how inexpensive this is. There's a good reason for that. You see, today, I'm part of the 1%. I live in the Caribbean. I overlook the ocean. I don't have to worry about money anymore. I'm doing incredibly well now. But my life wasn't always like that. I grew up in Britain's foster care system. I lived in a cramped, unheated room on top of a garage. Some nights were so cold I couldn't even sleep. I knew in my heart there's got to be more to life than this. So when I was 16, I left for America with literally $150 in my pocket. I set off to New York City because I had a dream. I wanted to work on Wall Street. When I got to America, I spent my first 2 years there flipping burgers at a Roy Rogers and working on loading docks at night in Brooklyn. Then I finally got an entry-level position at a major US investment bank. I quickly rose through the ranks, and by the time I was 20, I became the youngest VP in the firm's history. But I wasn't happy on Wall Street. Helping the rich get richer, it didn't do anything for me. So I left and I started publishing my own independent research for everyday folks just like you. My mission is simple. It's to help people like yourself move the needle on your financial life. And that's why we've priced this publication at a price that barely covers the cost of keeping the page online. I want to help as many Americans as possible. So I don't want the price to be an issue, and that is why this is so inexpensive, and it's why you don't even need to decide right now. Take the next 60 days, try everything, read the special reports, read the monthly issues. Then you can make a decision later if the Palm Beach letter is right for you. I'm confident that once you see the quality of our research, you will ask yourself how you ever invested without it. But if you are still on the fence, here's what Michelle O had to say about her experience with the Palm Beach letter. Hi, Tika. I'm a first-time investor and can't tell you how sweet this ride has been. Your plays have grown my savings from $20,000 into $135,000 in just 3 months. Retirement was a huge worry, and I did not believe it would be possible. However, with gains like this, I am confident it will. I cannot thank you enough. xAI writes, Tika has been brilliant at explaining the various investments in layman's terms and holding our hands through the downturn so we weather the storms virtually worry-free. I can't thank Tika enough for his guidance. I can now look forward to a secure retirement. Mark R. says, Dear Tika, I'm a 60-year-old business owner, and 2 years ago, I made Palm Beach Research my place to get educated about investing, which meant saving the 1% a year I was paying an investment advisor. Your guidance and integrity have been stellar. Remember, Elon Musk already promised he'll be releasing more details on this project soon. His team could be working on the press release at this moment. If they announce to the entire world that this little-known company is supplying him with this next-generation AI technology, it will be too late. By the time you read about it in the Wall Street Journal, shares could be trading much, much higher. So go ahead, click on the button below to get started. I'm looking forward to welcoming you to the Palm Beach letter. I want to thank you for watching, and like I always like to say, I want you to always remember, let the game come to you.